So today is Memorial Day. It is a federal holiday in the United States where we take time to remember our fallen soldiers who gave the ultimate sacrifice to protect democracy, to defend the American people and the Constitution. My father was in the Air Force for 30 years, and so Memorial Day was always really important in our family because not only had my dad lost friends and colleagues in the line of duty, not only because he took his oath to the Constitution and his defense of American liberty very seriously, but also because he had a tremendous sense of gratitude and reverence for people who paid the ultimate sacrifice so that all of us could live in the land of the free and the home of the brave, so that all of us could have life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And honestly, I'm having a hard time today thinking about all of the Americans who sacrificed themselves and all of their families who have lost so much so that our freedom could be protected. When we're now living in a United States of America where Donald Trump and the Republicans have thrown away all of that freedom, have thrown away the Constitution, are absolutely spitting in the face of our basic freedoms. The existence of the Trump regime is an insult to everybody who fought for the Constitution and fought for the America that we knew and loved. The Republicans have made a mockery of this country, and they dishonor all of our fallen soldiers. So this morning I was drinking my coffee and thinking about what Memorial Day is in America anymore, and thinking about all of the Republicans who took this day so seriously in years gone by and had such reverence for our fallen soldiers and had such declared reverence for the Constitution. Their patriotism was all about respecting the military. I was thinking about what that's like now when we live in a country where the president mocks our veterans, where he has no respect for the Constitution. He has no respect for the American people. He definitely has no respect for our servicemen and women. And as I was thinking about all of this and feeling pretty bitter about it, pretty glum and bitter, I happened to see on Blue Sky a mutual of mine reshared his Donald Trump's tweet. It's not a tweet, his Truth Social post for Memorial Day. And before I share it with you, I'd like to share what the president is supposed to do on Memorial Day. Proclamation. The president is requested to issue each year a proclamation. 1. Calling on the people of the United States to observe Memorial Day by praying, according to their individual religious practice, for permanent peace. 2. Designating a period of time on Memorial Day during which the people may unite in prayer for a permanent peace. 3. Calling on the people of the United States to unite in prayer at that time. And 4. Calling on the media to join in observing Memorial Day and the period of prayer. That is what the president, from his dignified position as the leader of the free world, the upholder of the Constitution, is supposed to do. We have a man in the White House now who does not honor the Constitution. He does not honor the office of the presidency. He does not honor the American people. He definitely does not honor our fallen soldiers on this day. And he absolutely has no interest in promoting permanent peace or peace of any kind. He desires to make himself a king in a country where we fought to get free of a king. We fought an entire war to end monarchy and institute democracy. And he and the Republicans are trying to obliterate that now. So instead of calling for prayer and peace and honoring the sacrifices that so many have made to secure our democracy, he does everything you would expect a petty, vengeful, narcissistic, self-absorbed man to do. So this is what the President of the United States posted this morning from his failing social media platform. On a day when the president is supposed to be calling for national prayer for peace and honoring our fallen soldiers. I don't really want to read it, but I think it's important to bear witness to it, and so I will. Happy Memorial Day to all, including the scum that spent the last 4 years trying to destroy our country through warped radical left minds, who allowed 21 million people to illegally enter our country, many of them being criminals and the mentally insane, through an open border that only an incompetent president would approve, and through judges who are on a mission to keep murderers, drug dealers, rapists, gang members, and released prisoners from all over the world in our country so they can rob, murder, and rape again. All protected by these USA-hating judges who suffer from an ideology that is sick and very dangerous for our country. Hopefully, the United States Supreme Court and other good and compassionate judges throughout the land will save us from the decisions of the monsters who want our country to go to hell. But fear not, we have made great progress over the last 4 months, and America will soon be safe and great again. Again, happy Memorial Day, and God bless America. First of all, that post was obviously riddled with lies, but this is the president of the United States of America. This is what the party of family values voted for. This is what the party that wants politeness, dignity, and decorum, and to celebrate traditional American values. This is what y'all voted for. I don't know how any American could read that and not be fantastically embarrassed by Donald Trump as our president. This is how I know that MAGA is a cult, because they think that was an awesome post. They think that that was dignified and respectful. How quickly they have forgotten the things they used to say about Memorial Day. I mean, we could talk about all of the ways many things in that post are really indicative of a narcissistic crash out. We could talk about how he's using very typical autocratic techniques of trying to vilify immigrants and trying to create this false narrative that he is protecting the American people, that people need to give up their constitutional rights so that he can keep us safe from criminals, murderers, thugs, gang members. That's a classic authoritarian tactic, to tell people that they need to hand over their rights so that the dear leader can keep them safe from some kind of nebulous, evil group of people. It's highly effective, actually. It works like a charm for MAGA. I want to come back for a second and point to the last part of this reprehensible post, where he says, "But fear not, we have made great progress over the last 4 months, and America will soon be safe and great again." This also is a classic technique that authoritarian rulers use. It's also, again, classic technique of narcissistic abusers. To claim that you're almost there, something better is coming, they're going to provide something better for you. It's just out of reach. It'll happen soon. Just give up some more of your rights. Just give me more power, give me more money, and I will make it happen. It's that constant moving the goalpost. It's that constant, I'm about to fix everything for you. Just trust me a little bit more. Just engage more in that sunk cost fallacy. Give me a little bit more. It's that elusive dream that he's promising you. And again, Donald Trump and the whole MAGA movement are absolutely reactionary. They absolutely want to take us backward in time, regress us to a time where there was more suffering, there were fewer freedoms, where we had less economic prosperity, and the rich were absolutely exploiting us and the planet even harder, right? He wants to take America backward. And that's why he says great again. I think he really believes that, but he doesn't mean make America great for working class people. He doesn't mean make America great for 340 million people. He means make America great for a handful of super obscenely rich guys at the top. He means make it easier for him and the oligarchs at the top to exploit the rest of us. He means great in the sense that it will be easier for him to run his grifts. It will be easier for corruption to proliferate all around this country. It'll be easier for those very wealthy men at the top to exploit the planet, exploit workers, consolidate their power, and increase their obscene quantities of wealth. That's the kind of America he's thinking of. He's thinking, what will make it easier for me? Right. He's thinking, what will profit me? How can I make it easier for me to get up to shady shit? How can I make it easier for me to consolidate my power and increase my wealth? But for all of his followers, his acolytes, they really think he's about to make life better for me. They truly are suffering in America. They don't have access to the American dream. They don't have the kind of prosperity they think they deserve. They have a lot of very legitimate complaints, right? They feel that the American dream eludes them. But they don't understand that it's these super rich guys up here that are making their quality of life be so deteriorated. They don't understand that it's the folks up here who are consolidating all of the wealth and power and that Donald Trump wants to enable. Those are the folks who are fucking all of us. They don't understand that Donald Trump is one of the people who is making life actively worse for them. They believe his lies that it's immigrants, that it's their fellow Americans struggling in poverty, that it's queer people, that it's disabled people. It's children who are hungry and want a quality education. It's heartbreaking to see so many Americans discontent because we are all being exploited, right? Their pain, their anger is very real. But instead of wanting to be liberated from the oppression of the very few super rich, again, something we have fought and died for as Americans. They worship this instead.